Again, I'll have to start with my mobile. Just give me a minute.
Okay. Sergeant at Arms, over to you.
Uh, can you give me host or co-host access to Toastmasters
Yes.
to
Given.
switch spotlighting? Thank you. All right. Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining on a Saturday morning in kind of end of the year festive season, the Christmas festivity season. Before we enter into that phase, for today's meeting, I am your Sergeant at Arms and welcome everyone to the meeting number. What is the meeting number? Anyone? Does anyone know the meeting number?
283.
283. Meeting number 283 of Bright Beginning Toastmasters Club. I don't know why 283 reminds me of something, but did Rohit Sharma score 283? But he might have. So, welcome to meeting number 283 of Bright Beginning Toastmasters Club. The mission of a Toastmasters Club is to provide a supportive and positive learning experience in which members are empowered to develop communication and leadership skills, resulting in greater self confidence and personal growth. The Toastmaster focuses on both communication and leadership skills. So, that's an important mission of Toastmasters Club. To drive this and ensure this, please follow certain ground rules. Please ensure that all the cell phones are on silent switch or switched off mode. You have 10 seconds to check. Please speak responsibly about religion, sex, or politics in your speeches. Use the feature of raising a hand, applause, and thumbs up when needed. Don't use Zoom messaging in between the speeches until it is required. Until not required, please put yourself on mute during the meeting. If you're playing the role, no need to check whether you're audible or not. One of us will let you know if your sound is coming or not breaking. Please make sure that all the role players have added the prefix and suffix to the name in the Zoom call. For example, I have added General Evaluator as a prefix. Now, I'd like to hand over the stage to ever shining, ever bright, ever audacious, ever uh, I'm like the dictionary of adjectives that can be used for this person who has driven the club to such a glory for so long. It's Toastmaster Aryan. Over to you, Toastmaster Aryan, to take it away.
Thank you, Toastmaster Anshuman. And today we are ready to begin with meeting number 283 of Bright Beginning Toastmasters Club. Let's have a round of applause, please. I want to take a minute to appreciate how people have come in, have taken up roles, have volunteered to help the club and to make this meeting successful. And also, I want to take a minute to talk to our guest here today, Toastmaster Divya. Hi, Divya. What is going on?
Hi, everyone. I think I have taken much of the time prior to meeting. So, what else should I tell you right now?
What is your um, plan for today's meeting? Anything interesting you're planning as table?
Yes, very much. So, I was like, this club is the one which is always open to innovation and ideas. So, I have prepared table topics which will be not done by one person, it will be done in two. Like one person has to speak for the topic and another has to against.
Okay.
Timing will be same as of usual table topic. Are you excited for the topic or the format itself?
Yes, very much.
So when my session will come, I will explain in more details.
Awesome. Great. Okay. With that, I guess I'll hand over the stage to our team on today, which is me. Over to you, Teamod. Thank you all for coming to meeting number 283. And before we begin with the theme of today's meeting, I like to give you a brief of how the meeting flows. So the meeting has three phases, that is prepared speeches, table topics, and then evaluation. I want to take some time first to explain to you the evaluation section of today's meeting, and that will be headed by General Evaluator Toastmaster Anshuman. I'll hand over the stage now to you, Toastmaster Anshuman, to explain the evaluation stage.
Thanks a lot, Toastmaster Aryan. As a general evaluator, I, along with our beautiful team, is going to share how we performed our respective roles and any feedback which we can incorporate to make our roles better for the next meeting. And I'm not alone in this. I have my tag team and the evaluation team, which is going to take things forward. And I'd like to confirm which is my tag team. It was fun. Nancy, are you playing the role of the entire tag team today?
Yes.
Wow. Okay,
Timer and our counter.
okay, timer and hour counter. So I'd like to invite you on the stage to share your role as a timer and the hour counter.
Yeah. Thank you, Toastmaster Anshuman. As a timer, I'll note down the timing for table topics, formal speeches, and evaluations. And timings for table topics, speakers should limit their remarks to no more than 2 minutes. At 1 minute, I'll raise a green card. At 1 minute 30 seconds, I'll raise yellow card. At 2 minutes, additional 30 seconds would be given, and at 2 minutes, I'll raise the red card, and at additional 30 seconds will be the grace time to wrap up. Speeches, just a minute. Okay, for the speeches, at 5 minutes, I'll raise the green card. 6 minutes, I'll raise the yellow card. And 7 minutes, I'll raise the red card. Additional 30 seconds for the wrap up. Evaluations at 2 minutes, green card, 2 minutes, 30 seconds, yellow card. At 3 minutes, it will be red card. Additional 30 seconds for the wrap up. Thank you, Toastmaster Anshuman. Our counter as well. Should I
Yes, of
continue?
course.
Okay. Okay. So as a our counter, I'll note down the words and sounds that are sound as a pause filler by anyone who speaks. I'll listen to the words that are being used as and, but, so, and at the end of the meeting, I'll report the number of times that each speaker used these expressions. Thank you. Back to Toastmaster Anshuman.
Thanks a lot, Toastmaster Nancy. Now I'd like to invite the grammarian for today morning. And Toastmaster Aryan, is it you as the grammarian for today morning?
I believe we are missing a grammarian today, but let's have a word of the day at least.
All right. So, word of the day for today is going to be waggish. Does anyone of us know what waggish means? It's a new word for me, also, interestingly. Anyone knows what waggish means?
No, haven't heard.
I have also not heard this word.
Kind of wagging, but not waggish.
Yeah, so waggish describes someone who's silly and playful, and especially someone who displays a mischievous sense of humor. The word can also describe things such as person might do or possess. For example, he had a waggish disposition that could irk adults but typically delight children. Um, I challenge us to use the word waggish in today's meeting. Thank you. Over to you,
Can you
Toastmaster.
write in the chat as well?
Yes, I'll just share in the chat. Over to you, Toastmaster Aryan.
Thank you, Toastmaster Anshuman. All right, does anybody today know what the theme of today's meeting is? Anybody? Okay, I want to begin with a story. It was about 3 or 4 years ago, and for the first time ever, I picked up a biography. I read the biography of this great entrepreneur. This entrepreneur who has built one of the first $1 trillion companies that has ever existed. He was a crazy, ecstatic person. Nobody liked him. But when you read his biography, you could understand why he thought the way he thought. He was so crazy, he thought the only thing that matters is the customer's experience. Now, you might not understand why I'm telling you this, but when I was just a kid and reading this biography for the first time, it really resonated with me. It felt like this guy must be so smart. And I was surprised to learn that he never finished college. I went through every piece of content that he had put out there on the internet. You might also know him actually. His name is Steve Jobs, and he created the iPhone, the iPod, the Mac, all of the great products that millions, billions of people use today. People say that there is a monopoly of Apple and the iPhone in so many countries, especially in the US. But why? When I learned deeper about what he thinks, what he believes, I was able to understand how he could create something so good. He said that if you look around the world and you see what it looks like, you see things that people before you built. You understand that everything around you that you call life is something that somebody else invented. And the people who created your life are no smarter than you are. Which means you can always choose to bump into the walls and to do something crazy, do something different. To me, back in 8th, ninth grade, that resonated, and I couldn't believe that that's true. For all this time, I had been the most studious person in school, and suddenly I was certain I want to drop out of school. Why is this relevant? It's relevant to me because if you don't have someone great, if you don't have a mentor that is in front of you that you can speak with, that is my lesson, that you can find mentors online. All this time, I've found so many people, and I want to tell you about a phenomenon that I have not heard anybody talk about that has helped me a lot. The phenomenon of the online mentor. You can look at people that are online and see the problems that they have solved, and that will help you to ingest their worldview, that will help you to ingest their beliefs, ingest their principles, and you can do something as insane as well. Throughout the meeting, I'm planning to tell you about some interesting and crazy stories that I have had with online mentors. But before that, let's move to our prepared speeches section. And I'll call upon stage our first and only speaker today, Toastmaster Meenakshi. Toastmaster Meenakshi, are you ready? Great.
I'm born ready.
Toastmaster Meenakshi, greater than time. Greater than time, Toastmaster Meenakshi.
Oh, I thought you're going to call Divya so that she can
Oh,
explain
yes,
my
I
project.
apologize. I apologize. I do miss that sometimes. First, I'll call upon stage the evaluator for Toastmaster Meenakshi, Toastmaster Divya, to give you a brief about the project that Toastmaster Meenakshi will be doing today. Over to you, Toastmaster Divya.
Thank you, Toastmaster Aryan, and thank you, Minakshi, for highlighting the importance of evaluator in Toastmaster setup and otherwise as well. So, Toastmaster Minakshi is today delivering her Level 1 Project 3 speech. Her pathway is visionary communication, and I will be evaluating her on vocal variety and body language. I guess you will be delivering your speech while sitting, but parameters of body language in an online meeting will be applied. I already complimented you on background, so all the best for your speech.
All right, Toastmaster Meenakshi, greater than time. Greater than time, Toastmaster Meenakshi.
47%. That's not my high school percentage. 47% of humans spend their waking life not being present in the present moment. And I don't even need a research paper to prove it. I have lived it every single day myself until year 2023. I wake up at 6 a.m. The very first thought, gratitude, no. Joy, no. Not even happiness that I woke up today. It's I don't want to get late. So I'm rushing. I quickly rush to kitchen. I put my pan on the gas stove. While I'm cooking, I'm still drinking water. As soon as I finish cooking, I go to my washroom, pick up my toothbrush, and while I'm brushing my teeth, I'm still packing my bag so that I can utilize time to the fullest. And by the time I am ready, I have bags on my shoulder, I'm just walking towards the main gate to board an auto. As soon as I sit inside the auto, I realized the zip of my bag was open the entire time. And I lost my lunch. And now I am thinking, what will I eat? Just as I finish thinking, what will I eat? The next thought is, will I get a seat in metro, or I have to stand for 2 hours? Or how crowded the metro is going to be? I reached office. I'm physically there, but still I'm thinking mentally, what will I prepare for the dinner since I skipped my meal? How will I complete my protein intake today? And then slowly the week passed by. It's weekend, the final day where you can recoup, rebound, recover. And on the weekend, I am thinking about how fast the week went by. I barely got time to work out, to eat right, to focus on myself. In that moment, I realized that I am never in present. When I am in present, I'm thinking about what happened during the entire week. And when I am in present during the week, I'm thinking about what to do next. When am I being present in my present moment? Almost never. And at first I thought it's a time problem. But then I realized it's not time problem. Because no matter what amount of time I will get, I will either worry about the past or the future. And that steals the joy. Not the rush that you go through, not the life, not the stress, but when you disconnect from your present. So there's a very small, simple framework that will help you understand that if you don't pay attention to your present, how your brain fools you to keep reliving the past memories. Who would like to know right here, right now, how your brain can fool you? So let me show you an image and let me know, what do you see in this image? What colors do you see? Feel free to take a screenshot. You will need it later. Let me quickly know, what colors do you see? Type it in the chat.
It's red, white.
Green.
Okay. Anybody who doesn't see red color, raise your hand. Anybody? Anybody who did not see red color? I assume everyone saw. If you took a screenshot, just zoom in. And what I'm going to tell you is going to blow your mind. This is a black and white image. There is no red whatsoever. Then why do you see it red? It's because your brain has got a past memory where it remembers that Coca-Cola can is red color, which is why in present you see it red, but there's no red color in this very image. What does that mean? My brain is in habit of my older self that I was in past. So the live framework will help you understand how your brain works. Number one, when we live in past, we go through same worries, same anxiety, same worries of future over and over again, even though the outcome today is going to be totally different. Number two is imagining our future. Nobody has got a control on future. But you know what? We don't be sad because we go through bad experiences. People become sad because the things happen to them, the bad things happen to them at unexpected times. And I think that is the joy of life when you don't know what's coming up. So why to worry about future? And number 3 is vacating your body. Just so that we don't feel those negative emotion, we numb our senses. We don't want to feel. We don't want to be in that joy. To break from all these 3, living in past, imagining future, vacating our body, the third thing is to embody your present. When you live in present, you become greater than time because you don't have to worry about past and be anxious about future. You can enjoy each and every moment. And that I realize now. The days I spent worrying about how the traffic will be, how the metro is going to be rushed, I don't get to do that now because I don't travel. I'm most of the time speaking online, working online. So when you don't have any control over what happened in past, what's going to happen in future, become greater than time by just being in present. Thank you.
Such a great viewpoint to bring to the club, Toastmaster Meenakshi. We spend none of our time in the present because we're worried about what happened and what will happen. It's very interesting that you bring this take and you always remind me of things that I don't think enough about. Thank you for your speech. And now we should move on again with the online mentors. Have you ever had a problem? Have you ever wanted to grow in something, wanted to be better at something, but you did not know how? You did not know who you should reach out to figure out what should I do? How do I figure this out? Only a few months back, I was working on my speeches. I was working on my contest speech. I had to write the best contest speech. I had to reach the district competition. And I went to everybody in the vicinity. I talked to Anshuman, I talked to Rupinder, all the great Toastmasters that you know in all the clubs nearby. I took feedback from all of them. They all told me change this towards this, change that towards that. And they told me how to fix this speech. But when I went online and I began thinking, okay, how do the world champions do it? Let me watch all the world champions. I saw speeches that I could not believe. I could tell the difference between this speech, which won because it was good back when it was 1999, and this speech that won that is still good 10 years later. What makes a timeless speech? What makes a speech great in the first place? Which is that, for example, you can resonate with it 20 years in the future. It's not about when the speech is said, but what the speech says. You have to connect with the human in everybody. And all those things are something that I found online. I found Dhananjay Hetirachi. Does anybody know about Dhananjay Hetirachi? Raise your hand. Okay. Dhananjay Hetirachi is the world champion of public speaking 2014 and the writer of my favorite speech, I See Something in You, but I don't know what it is. I was able to learn from him, having never met him, how he wrote his speech, how he spent 10 years preparing for his world championship of public speaking. And all this has taught me again and again and again that you don't need people next to you to teach you how to win. You can find them online. We have this great repository of information that we all have now access to. And that is what I want to encourage all of you to do as well. And now we should move on to the table topic section of today's meeting. Are we ready, Toastmaster Divya?
Yes, I'm ready.
All right, awesome.
So, do we have Toastmaster Sanskar still in the meeting or he has dropped?
I think he's dropped off. He said he's quite sick today, so
Okay, no worries then. Okay, so as previously told, this table topic session will be done in pairs. I'm choosing from my screen. So I have Toastmaster Aryan and Toastmaster Minakshi. Are you guys ready? Okay. Despite knowing the topic, you have to choose whether you want to go for it or the next person will be automatically against it. Though by heart, if you believe vice versa, you are actually not for the topic, but for the sake of this table topic, you have to speak what you have chosen. Okay. So I will give opportunity to Toastmaster Minakshi. Are you going to be for or against?
Against.
Against. Okay. So, Toastmaster Aryan, so first Toastmaster Minakshi will say against the topic. Then, after that, whenever she finish, you can add your points or you can pick the points from her speech and you have to speak for the topic. So, topic for both of you, Toastmaster Minakshi first and Toastmaster Aryan second. Yes, Toastmaster Aryan.
can we have a 1 minute, 1 to 2 minute timer for each of the speakers?
Yes, yes, definitely. We will need that. Who will be timing them? Uh, Toastmaster Nancy is there. Okay. So, Toastmaster Minakshi and Toastmaster Aryan, is technology making us less human? Is technology making us less human?
I go first.
Yes, Toastmaster Minakshi, please go ahead.
Is technology making us less human? No, absolutely not. I think we become less human when we don't have time to think about things. When we are too busy in something that paying attention to people's problem, emotion, giving them time, giving them validation is going to require my time, I switch off. I disconnect. And today we have help from technology where my work can be cut short, where I can get more time off from my work, where I can be present more as human into somebody else's life. Remember those days when we did not have washing machine, fridge, television? Entire time, excuse me, entire time people used to spend their day in labor. Do you think a person who is tired, who have had done a physical labor entire day, will have time to absorb somebody else's emotion where he's dealing with his own pain? So no, technology doesn't make us less human. It makes us more human because it takes away that excess work from us where we can get back that time to be more present as human, emote and be present for somebody else as well, and absorb their emotion, give them more validation for being human. Because the most important part of being a human is our emotions. Thank you.
Nicely attempted, Toastmaster Minakshi. Now, let's listen to Toastmaster Aryan's thought on the same.
It was roughly 3 months ago when a major political character in the US was assassinated in the middle of his own seminar. And people online, not having known his views deeply enough, were celebrating his death. Not to get into politics here, but when we are detached from people, when we can be anonymous online, when we are not face to face, our chances of not understanding the human in other people increase. It's easy to ignore somebody on WhatsApp. It's easy to block somebody on Instagram. It's easy to bully them through Instagram than to bully them face to face. And Just because of the rise of technology, the rise of the internet, and the rise even of AI, we are able to forget our human roots. Since we are detached from people, it is easy to stop being as human as we used to be, and to forget about our, our softness towards other people, our calmness, and to forget about how every life matters. We change as people, we move in a different direction. And as you look online, as you look at Reddit, as you look at politics, you will especially realize how politics has gotten more cutthroat. People care less, and the human in each other is being seen less than it ever has been before. Technology has detached us from each other, it has put a filter between all of us. Now I don't meet Divya face to face, I meet her through the filter of technology. And it makes it tougher for me to resonate with her as a person, to relate with her, to understand her, and to be a person with her. Makes me less human. It makes me detached, cold, and uncaring of what she thinks. This is something that is happening all over the world with people from this country to that country to every other country. Technology is making us less human, and if we don't fix it, then there might not be humans very soon. Thank you, and back to you, TTM.
Wow, brilliant. Both of you had equally interesting take on it. Now I'm confused whether I'm for the technology or against the technology. Anyhow, great perspective. So I have next Nancy and Toastmaster Anshuman. Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay, Nancy, do you want to go for or against?
For
Okay. So, Toastmaster Anshuman, by default, you have to go against the topic. You can pick points from Toastmaster Nancy's speech or completely build up your own points. Up to you. So, topic for both of you is online shopping. Toastmaster Nancy, online shopping.
online shopping, I am completely in favor of online shopping. So, if I talk about online shopping, first of all, it saves a lot of time rather than going from one market to another market, from one mall to another mall to different locations. We have everything in our mobile. We can get each and everything, and there are a lot many varieties. What I feel, and another plus point is if we go for offline shopping and we ask for more varieties, we don't have to see their angry face, shopkeepers. So I mean, there's no limit. That's another plus point what I feel. And the the third point which I feel which is positive for the online shopping is we can return as well. So I am completely in favor of online shopping. Back to Toastmaster Divya.
Brilliant. Toastmaster Anshuman, just pick up where she left, but against the topic.
However fancy and however convenient online shopping may be, when you receive a package and your home, when you open it and then you realize that you received a brick instead of iPhone, all the attraction towards online shopping goes away. The feeling of touching, the touch and feel experience, as we call it, especially for clothing, especially for gadgets to see if it's not damaged, is something that can't be replicated in online shopping. They do claim that you can return it within a week, within 2 weeks, within a month, but that the return experience, at least at times with that star mark, that when the guy who picks up the cloth comes to your home and checks the cloth and says, "Ma'am, this is torn here," or "Ma'am, the bag that was there with it is required for returning. All your intent of shopping online goes for a toss. So online shopping may sound attractive, but that feeling of just stepping out of home by yourself or by your family, going to shopper stop, going to going to a mall, and just wearing the clothing, checking that how you're looking in the mirror, can't be replaced by the AI technology which is trying to mirror you online and see how, say, a sunglass or a gadget or say a clothing looks over you. So definitely, online shopping may be the fancy word for the Gen Z, but the traditional look and feel of going to the bazaar and shopping can't be replaced at all. Thank you. Over to you, Toastmaster Divya.
Thank you, both of you. Interesting perspective. And however, there are people who do intermediary or between the two. They will go to the mall to window shop and then they will compare the prices online and buy the best out of all. So interesting. Toastmaster Sanskar, are you ready to take table topic?
Just observing today, my internet isn't
Okay.
supporting me.
That will never be supported, Sanskar. You better take up the
Just
table.
give me two
If
weeks.
you're
Just give
waiting
me
for
two
your
weeks.
internet to get better, then you won't take table topic ever.
Yeah, we are able to hear you.
I
Try
mean,
without camera.
Sure, let's go for it.
Okay. Is anyone who wants to go for or against Sanskar?
Toastmaster Divya, you
Sanskar,
can take it up. We will suggest a
but
topic.
Sanskar challenge can be that he can do both for and against.
Uh, Yeah, for today we will trouble you double. Just because you said no in the first place. Is that okay, Sanskar?
Sure.
Okay. So, Toastmaster Sanskar, your topic is marriage as an institution. I know you are probably single, like not married. I'm not sure whether you're single or not. But just speak your thoughts about marriage as an institution. First, you have to say for on the topic, and then you have to say against the topic.
I'm sorry, but I couldn't get the meaning of institution as in marriage as an institution. So I
As a
didn't
concept, as an
as,
idea.
as an idea.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you, Toastmaster Aryan.
Marriage as an institution.
Or marriage as an concept, marriage as an idea.
Hmm. I've always found the idea of marriage very of a very fantasy. Um, I mean, even if being in a relationship and having someone by your side finds me fulfilling and happy in life, why is it that uh, when I get married, that bond is connected and that bond is even deepened more? And I find that concept of marriage very I find the marriage concept of marriage respecting the respecting both the person's what should I say? Marriage is done with the consent of both the sides, both the groom and both the bride. Whenever you start to get into a relationship or marriage relationship, you start to think of a marriage, and then marriage soon turns out to be your finding to be a five wife and husband. And future, you are setting up deeper your future priorities. You'll have a kid, and with marriage, you try to get in stages. And when you get in marriage, you try to think of it as till your last breath, which I find it. So yes, I find the concept of marriage great and a beautiful way of deepening your bond. Now going against it, well, okay. Whenever I think of marriage, I think that when whenever we are in a relationship, Why is it that we need to get in marriage when both the sides are fulfilled and happy with what you are getting? I think marriage is the concept of marriage gets useless here. I think um, both of the parties can go without marriage till the last breath of their life, very happy, living their life, and just spending the time together. I think that's where the concept of marriage falls. And that is where I think that marriage is a useless concept. I try to think of it, yes, I try to think of it as maybe both the sides are just marriage is just like you are calling it as an official bond, which is you are calling out to other people. So that is where you try to think of a marriage as a official form of bond between two people. And when you try to do marriage, you try to get the eyes on yourselves, and you try to um, and whenever I say that you get the eyes, you also try to think of that. I always try to think of that lemon and chili, where where my mother always says कि बेटा इसके बिना तुम्हें इसके आँख ना लगे इसलिए तुम ये लगाया करो अपने घर में. So it is like that. Whenever you try to think, I try to think of marriage. That is for me. Thank you.
Brilliant take, Sanskar. And I love the vivid comparison of marriage to the Nibu and the chili which came in between, but perfectly take.
Thank you.
Do we want to take more or we can wrap up the
Yeah,
session?
we can try one or two more.
Okay, perfect. I will choose Toastmaster Anshuman and Toastmaster Aryan this time. Okay. So, Toastmaster Anshuman, do you consider yourself introvert or extrovert? Like, I know sometimes the personality get confused, but if you have to classify yourself into one, will you consider yourself introvert or extrovert? Just one word answer, please. This is not a table topic. This is
Uh, like it's difficult to answer because it sways between extroversion and introversion.
yeah, but if you have to classify yourself as one, Toastmaster
Majority,
Aryan, can you do that for yourself?
I can identify myself as an introvert.
Okay. Toastmaster Anshuman,
I think majority is extroversion, but I know I'll go
I got
next
my
week
answer. That's
into
it. Majority
introversion
is
because of the
I'm
extroversion.
hibernation.
being an extrovert only.
Okay. So, uh, so Toastmaster Aryan, you have to do for the topic. Toastmaster Anshuman, you have to go against the topic. And the topic is introverts make better later. Toastmaster Aryan, you can go first in favor of topic for the topic. Toast introverts make better leaders.
Did you know that Amazon is known to have one of the best product led company cultures in the world? Even being such a huge conglomerate, they're creating such great things with Prime Video, Amazon Web Services, all these different services, hundreds of services that you and I don't even know. Do you know why this is? This is because whenever an Amazon conference, an Amazon meeting happens, the first person to speak is the person who is the lowest in the hierarchy. Because when the leader speaks first and the leader tells everybody, this is what I believe, nobody will speak up and tell the leader why they are wrong. Amazon has created a culture where the person who is at the bottom gets to tell their opinion about the situation first without any fear of being proven wrong, of offending somebody, of proving their leader wrong. Now, what would happen if there was an extroverted leader in that conference room? They'd say, you all know nothing. I'm going to tell you what's going on. This is wrong. That is wrong. You don't know what's happening. But if there was an introverted leader in that room, they would say, okay, tell me, what do you think, guys? Is this what's wrong? Is this what's wrong? And they'll take everybody's input. Amazon has by design created a situation where the introversion or the extroversion of the leader is irrelevant. By definition, the culture focuses on taking everybody's input and moving together. In a world where extroverts and introverts have to live together, It's tough for us to know what everybody thinks. It's tough for introverts to be open what they believe. It's tough for extroverts to know what other people think and why I might be wrong. And introverted leaders in particular, give their subordinates the opportunity to give their diagnosis on the situation. I had this situation happen to me just a few weeks ago. My boss is a little bit detached from the on the ground work that happens in the company, and he's an extrovert. Now, he might have a completely certain diagnosis on the situation, but he does not have the context that I have. I have to call him, I have to tell him this is what is wrong, here is why, these are the three things that you don't know that I do because this is what I do every day. Introverted leaders make better leaders because they are not arrogant about what they believe. They, by definition, learn what the other person says before making a decision. You have to take as much data into your mind before you make the right decision because even the smallest of decisions in a big company can lose you or gain you billions of dollars, tens of billions of dollars. There have been mistakes in companies that have led to huge scandals where clients have lost hundreds of thousands of dollars because one zero was not amended in the contract. If you're extroverted, you're headstrong, you're not listening to what is happening around you, you just want to move forward. You don't need, you don't want to understand what is going on. You don't want to understand the opinion of the other person. But that is what makes introverted leaders better. Back to you, TTM.
That was almost like a speech. Perfect. Toastmaster Anshuman, against the topic, please.
When we are asked to imagine a leader, what do we imagine? Someone sitting quietly in a room reading books? Of course not. A leader has to be out there giving speeches, engaging with people, networking, talking, driving a vision. That is what leadership is primarily about. And all these traits are associated with an extrovert. So much so that introverts have to give a 7 minute speech to justify why introverts are great leaders versus say, extroverts who are by default considered to be amazing leaders because they're out there engaging, networking, and ensuring that whatever vision has been formed in a room full of people is driven on the ground and results are delivered. So, extroverts by default are born to be great leaders, and that is a fact that cannot be replaced through any rational argument. Another factor that makes extrovert great leaders is their intuitive empathy to people, because extroverts derive energy by being amongst people, talking to people, building relationship with people. Assessing the room's energy or one-on-one energy becomes important for the extroverts, and they're able to sense who's feeling what, and that leads them to be better relationship oriented and driving things much better than introverts can ever do. And by giving the speech itself, I'm realizing I might be in the bad books of a lot of people in this room, but that is what the challenge given to me was. Forgive me, human beings and bright wing Toastmaster folks. Over to you, Toastmaster Divya.
Awesome take on by both of you, but that's why we don't usually label people. They can be introvert as well as extrovert depending on the situation, and the leaders are above this parameter. I think they can choose to be what they want to be depending on the situations. So brilliant take, both of you handle it beautifully, the way you started with the example in the beginning, each of you, like, phenomenal. Okay, now I have Toastmaster Minakshi and Toastmaster Nancy, the last one. Toastmaster Nancy, I would like you to go against the topic, and Toastmaster Minakshi for the topic. The topic is very simple. Toastmaster Minakshi, you can go first. In favor of topic or for the topic, working from home.
Working from home. Where do you think the best place to work is from? Where you have positive energy, where you can put your own personality, you can design things around you, you can create that much needed environment that you need for a work. In offices, you do not have much control over how things will look, where the workplace is going to be, the direction, whether you'll get enough sunlight, the air ventilation, balancing five elements. And that's pretty much the work is all about. When everything inside you is aligned and you know what you are working for, that's the best state to be in when you're working for a purpose. So, what best can be? Your home, where you can design your own energy, where you can produce, you can create something which will make you much more productive without worrying about your external environment. You don't have to go through the stress of traveling, saving time. You don't have to stress about being late at work because all you have to do is just move from one room to another and start working. That's a deadly combination of being in a clean environment, being in your own energy zone, and at the same time saving time. That's the productivity hack we should be looking for, which is work from home. Not just on personal level, but on global level, you will be helping with lesser pollution, lesser traffic, and being much more productive in the same given time. Thank you.
Brilliant. Toastmaster Nancy, your take, please.
Work from home. Work from home, I feel that it disconnect us from the people we work with. We start our work 9:30 in the morning, we logged in to the laptop, and then we start our online meetings. That online meetings are confined to the work that we do. That's just a 15 or 20 minutes meeting, and then we wrap up, and then we are disconnected from the team. We are just focused on our work. That's what our daily schedule is. If there is any second meeting, then again it's just that half an hour meeting, then again we are disconnected from our team. But when we go to office, apart from that 15 minutes meeting, we have full day to interact with people. And if I talk about our CEO of the organization, he made it as a mandate to, whenever we come to office, we have to meet two people whom we don't know. We have to interact with unknown people every day. I mean, every time we go to office, because we get to know different people, which we will not get to know when we are sitting at home. We will connect with people related to work, not beside work. So going to office is mandatory for us to grow. My manager in my current project is in Kolkata. He calls me every 2 months, whereas we talk to him every week, but he calls. That face to face connect is always better than having online connects. So what I feel, going to office should be mandatory at least 2 or 3 days in a week to connect with people. Thank you. Back to Toastmaster, Divya.
Yeah, maybe HR heard both of your thoughts and they developed hybrid. With that, I will wrap up the table topic section, giving it back to the TM, Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Aryan.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Divya. It was a very fun session. And now I believe we should move on first to our evaluation section of today's meeting. We have the general evaluator with us today, Toastmaster Anshuman, and I'll hand over the stage to him. Over to you.
Thanks a lot, Toastmaster Aryan, the wonderful president and leader of our club, who's also classified introvert as he shared. So it's clear who won the debate today by demonstrating the leadership right away. Coming to the evaluation section, any feedback is always important to improve how we perform our respective roles and to share feedback relevant to our respective roles. I'd like to invite each of the evaluators one by one to share the feedback with all of us to improve our speeches and roles. So, starting with the speech evaluation, I'd like to invite the evaluator of Toastmaster Meenakshi speech, Toastmaster Aryan, on the stage. Uh,
Master Divya.
Toastmaster Divya on the stage to share her evaluation of Toastmaster Meenakshi speech. Over to you, Toastmaster Divya.
What a thought provoking topic you chose, greater than time, where everyone could resonate to every sentence you said in your speech. Your speech had a powerful opening. I learned one of the strategy, like if you provide a start in the beginning of the stage, it automatically gathers audience attention, and you were able to do that. Your hand movements were on point. You were raising hands, both hands at whenever required. There were some good usage of words like recoup, rebound, recover. Uh, the activity which you did was equally interesting. You asked audience to take screenshot and ask their answers. Then you asked them to do that back. So demonstration, including in a prepared speech format, brilliantly done. And you were able to do that in an online set of meeting was very nice. You have very deep thought provoking voice and the vocal variety was on point. However, I have certain areas of feedback, like you could maybe put some emotion and element in your voice at few places. When you said I lost my lunch, it was just like going in that tone. Or maybe, oh, I lost my lunch. Oh, I will not get a seat in the metro. Like some emotional part. It was kind of going in your style of thought provoking voice, but you wanted to demonstrate the sadness in that part or the worrisome in that part, but the voice was going in that tangent. One more suggestion. So you incorporated 3 points, which was well received by the audience. But next time, if you're doing the points, try to do 1, 2, 3. It will add audience to gain them in a better manner. Just otherwise, you did it brilliantly. Just maybe next time you can try it and see how it works for you. For the ending part, I felt it was like little sporadic or it ended somewhere halfway. I even felt, or maybe I was so engrossed in your speech, but timer might be able to tell it. I felt the speech was little shorter. Ending on conclusion could have been elaborated. The opening was very powerful, so it was your responsibility to close it with a better ending. So next time, maybe when you are doing it, include a small quote. Just make it as powerful as opening. So your speech will reach at another level. As always, it is very, very nice to hear to your voice. The message you bring in your speeches are worth remembering or taking it forward. Just few points which will help you fine tune your speaker ability or just improve you to another level. Thank you. That's all from me. Back to General Evaluator, Toastmaster Anshuman.
Thanks a lot, Toastmaster Divya, for that comprehensive evaluation. Now I'd like to invite Toastmaster Nancy, who will play the role of timer and counter today, to share her report. Over to you, Toastmaster Nancy.
Thank you, Toastmaster Anshuman. Okay, so my timer report speech, Meenakshi had 5 minutes 20 seconds. Table topics, Meenakshi had 1 minute 9 seconds. Aryan 1 minute 39 seconds. Anshuman 1 minute 30 seconds. Sanskar 3 minutes 13 seconds. He spoke for and against. Evaluation, Divya had 2 minute 10 seconds. And if anyone noted down my timing or no. Okay, so this is my timer report. AHA counter report, I could not find anything It was just perfect. I could not note down any arms, so that's all from my side. Back to Toastmaster Anshuman.
Thanks a lot, Toastmaster Nancy. I'd like to invite Toastmaster Sanskar to share his grammarian report.
It was Master Anshuman. Sorry, I couldn't really do a good job today with the grammarian role, but I was able to do some in some I was able to take some good usages, which was intuitive empathy, which was used by Toastmaster Anshuman, I believe. And others, I think I could recommend that I don't have any other not so good uses as well. I couldn't record so much, but some good advice is to work on your vocabulary skills and try to read some books or newspapers to develop new words or new thoughts or new creative ideas to include it in your speech and integrate it in your future roles. Thank you.
Thanks a lot, Toastmaster Sanskar. I think today your internet was quite good, I believe. So I'm not sure why you're not confident about internet today. I think it's one of the best it's ever been. So you could have taken up a bigger role. But anyhow, coming to my general evaluator report, first of all, thanks a lot for all of you for joining on this wintry Saturday morning as always. And I can see the mix changing of who's leading the club. So that's important that the legacy of the club continues. That whoever is able to join, is able to lead, should do that, and hopefully we'll do like end of the year promotions, early year promotions, and we'll have new friends joining our club also soon. But till then, uh, uh, good to see. I think the six of us that were there, all of us were quite energetic, quite involved. Um, the meeting, though, does start say 3 to 5 minutes late, but it does start by say 10:35. It did not today, so I'll encourage the EC team to keep the spirit high and end the year with a great bang and ensure that last three meetings of the year start on time. All the role players are there. They get out of their kilt and out there, open up their Zoom and are ready to shine away. So that's something that did not happen today. I'll encourage EC to do that. Coming to the presiding officer, ever so sincere, Tosmas Aryan did take the baton and ensured that he was a team on and the PO and set the ball rolling. What I and He had interesting theme on online mentorship, what mentorship means, and how we can benefit from it. I'll encourage Toastmasters Aryan to bring vocal variety and different form of energy of how he conducts the team mod and the PO roles. Beyond that, I think quite relevant content, and he did engage everyone as he does as a presiding officer. Uh, Coming to the role of the evaluators, I think Toastmaster Divya gave a good comprehensive evaluation using the CRC approach, which is commendation, recommendation, commendation, the sandwich approach of giving any good feedback so that the message lands and the speaker is encouraged and gets the relevant feedback to improve in the next meeting. Thank you, Toastmaster Nancy, for taking up the timer and the counter role at the last moment. You're always up there, taking responsibility when it is required. I think you mastered the timer and hard counter role, and you had the comprehensive evaluation ready with detailed times and the filler sounds and words for all of us. Similar challenge for Toastmaster Sanskar with his best internet till date, though he took up an underwhelming challenge. Uh, I think when the sun shines, we have to make merry, as they say. Today's internet sun was shining for him, but still he took just the grammarian role. I'll encourage him to test his internet speed and take up bigger roles if his internet is doing great. But nevertheless, I think whatever he could fathom and manage, he was able to and delivered a good grammarian report with the constraints that he had. So thank you, Toastmaster Sanskar, for always being so encouraging. And I always get his message, I guess all of us do, that Anshuman, please be ready for your G role. with those emojis and encouragement. So that always keeps us on our toes. So thank you, Toastmaster Sanskar, for being a champion of Bright Wing Toastmasters Club. So overall, I think good energy, good enthusiasm. We all join to practice our public speaking and leadership skills. Consistency is definitely important. I've been doing it for almost 6 years now. 6 years now, and the benefit, the tangible and intangible, are tremendous. Just by joining the meeting and doing any kind of practice. For example, Toastmaster Divya made us practice debating skills today. And debating skills are so important in a workplace environment where you have to argue, counter argue, despite being uncomfortable. For example, I was so uncomfortable talking about introversion, extroversion, because I knew like some people may not like it. But that is what the nature of debating is. Like, it's not to please people, it is to put your point forward and ensure that you win. Winning is important in debating. So those are the skills we got to practice today. Like, just if I had, for example, skipped today's meeting, that it's quite cold, I want to be in my in my bed, don't not want to get out of it, I wouldn't have honed these debating skills. And maybe next week I might get an opportunity to debate in workplace, and Toastmaster Divya's practice made me warmed up for any new debate or corporate politics that might come our way. So just by consistently joining a Toastmaster meeting, you never know what gems come your way, what themes might help you open up, or just through practicing and just going to YouTube recording, watching it again, analyzing yourself, repeating yourself, recording again yourself. That is precious, and we get it for like dirt cheap. I think Toastmaster Meenakshi is the expert. She might be aware that such sessions outside are quite costly. If you take one-on-one sessions, even group sessions, they might cost like around 5 to 10,000 rupees per hour or 1.5 hours, and we get it for like 6 months. With 6 months membership fee, we get 4 sessions per month of like 2 hours of practice, which is invaluable. So I think we all are grateful for Toastmaster for providing us this platform where we all get together and just practice our public speaking and leadership skills. Okay, Toastmaster Minashi's program is quite reasonably priced for Indian audience. So as we can see that, I think that's why I think Toastmasters, and I don't know if you've tried this, but do try. With our membership, we can join any club in the world. I hope you're aware. Like, for example, Toastmaster Divya joins our club as our own. We can join any club on earth. So you can go to toastmaster.org, search for a club, say in US, in South Africa, in Australia. I think Toastmaster Aryan has joined in multiple countries. I think that Hulala or like that activity got us done was from the South African club. Like once went to a South African club, they were doing some sounds and all. He came to our club, made us do the sounds and all. So that's something we can all do. So your membership is for 197 countries where Toastmasters is. When I went to US, I went to Texas. So I attended Toastmasters Club in Texas, where I sang US national anthem at the beginning. They raised the flag. I had to hoist and stand like that. Like, okay, am I doing it right? Am I doing it wrong? So you get like such varied experiences just by this uh, like dirt cheap membership that we have. So let's, like, whenever you're just sitting idle or just want to enjoy some time, just go to toastmaster.org, search for a club at that time, contact their VP membership or whatever contact is there. You can go to the Facebook page, Instagram page, contact them and just join them. Like table topics, anyhow, as a guest, you're favored to get table topic at the beginning. So that's a bias that's always there. So just have fun, just be consistent. And there's some offline events that keep on happening at district level. There's one gathering that's happening on 20th in Delhi of like all Toastmasters. I think 70 folks have already registered. So if you are dropping down to Delhi and if you want to catch up with other Toastmasters in person, please feel free to. And that's like a Toastmaster carnival sort of. And those events keep on happening, like judges training program, workshops, online, offline. International speech contest workshops are happening. I think you're getting messages from Toastmaster Shaunak, from Toastmaster Gaurav. And those are like the world champions who are coming and giving like 1.5 hour workshop on vocal variety, on speech development, on like all the key areas. So please do keep on joining those also. These are the benefit, all the bouquet of benefits that you get just by your simple, um, almost I think $10 per month sort of monthly fee. All right. Thanks a lot again. I hope you keep on cherishing and enjoying the Toastmaster journey, and wish you a happy weekend. Over to you, Toastmaster Arya.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Anjuman. And with that, we are ready to end our meeting session today after we all log our votes. Has everybody voted? I believe I'm missing two votes right now. Raise your hand if you have voted, please. Okay. Nancy and Anshuman remain.
Anshuman was busy giving us the speech to renew our membership.
And I was listening. I mean, that was new to me. I didn't know that. That
Yeah,
was a good
thank you.
information.
Very
Thank you.
interesting insight. Thank you,
Yeah,
Anshuman, for
yeah, actually.
sharing it.
I would need 2 minutes.
All right.
I have some follow-up question I will ask post we finish the meeting.
Uh, you are on mute, Toastmaster Anjuman.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Toastmaster, if you can ask right now, like Toastmaster Arya can also share his experience.
Okay, so the last time you spoke about you giving some feedback around pathways, can you tell us more about it? How you are doing it, to whom you are doing it on education pathway of Toastmaster? Something I heard you talking about.
Right. Okay, that's a funny experience. So basically, what happened is, we have an annual conference called Oration of district level. So
Okay.
last to last year, the CEO of Toastmasters came here. So I, Toastmaster Mayank, all of us got an opportunity to give the feedback directly to the CEO.
Mhm.
And that's also a beauty of Toastmaster. We got like half an hour FaceTime one on one with the CEO. So we told him like, please improve pathways. And he was like, I'll become millionaire for 1 cent of feedback I get for pathways when I talk to people. So I think the CEO himself is aware that pathways program requires a huge revision. So he said that they have a tiny team of 30 people in the central headquarters that they have. They who have limited bandwidth to work on pathways. But the improvement is definitely there. But if you have any feedback, you can mail it to I think education@toastmaster.org. Like
Okay.
happy to share that alias. That's there on their website also. So you can like share your feedback there. It's that 30-member team who receives it and
Yeah.
works on it.
So I happened to attend the training session where they have improved the pathways. Now the pathways have been improved. This happened somewhere in October and November. So
Got
now it feels like in each level they have added the mandatory roles. So apart from speeches, you are required to do certain roles to complete a level. So that's interesting, but that kinds of longer the pathway. So earlier people could do the one pathway possibly to do all level 5 in 6 or 7 months. But with current structure in place, it will take around 9-10 months. Like there is a requirement to perform T mode, evaluator, GE as well in level 4 and 5. So pretty intense it has become now, but helps in overall learning of an individual, not just the
right.
speeches. So I thought you are talking about post this, like you are involved in some team and doing it, but interesting insights of yours as well.
I can tell you, I think the joy is in the journey than completion. Completion, like because like I completed two pathways like long back. And
Mm.
I'm just repeating like L1 P2 for 100 speeches now. Uh, so because pathways also certain elements are similar across pathways. So additional pathways may not be that big a value add uh,
Mm.
possible. And the intent is to learn. So if they're
Yeah.
adding like performing rules, I think that's much better because once you complete it, then you're like, now what next? So
Mm.
just enjoying the
So
journey.
So
Um,
you're required to pay if you enroll for the second pathway. Like
yes.
the first
Uh,
pathway is free with your membership.
right. So
If
second,
you, uh-huh.
so I think it was $20 earlier. I don't know if it's revised right now.
It was twenty
For the
dollars. Yeah,
pathway. It's still $20.
I don't know about now, but I've paid $20 to that.
Yeah, so it's $20 for new pathway.
Yes,
Yes,
Sumit.
it was my Meenakshi.
And you are member of Bright Beginning from last 6 7 years.
Yes. So Toastmaster Gaurav is right now the district director. Like he's the highest position within our district. He founded the club.
Okay.
So I think it's a privileged club, and he's only a member of our club, by the way. So the highest leader of our Toastmaster community. So
Mm.
he's not able to join that frequently. He's based out of Dubai now, but still, like the highest leader of our org is part of our club. He's not part of any other club. So that's also a privilege that we have, which we can exercise. We don't do it that much, but we always have that leverage if we want to exercise.
Meenakshi was saying something.
Yeah, I forgot. I need to recall. I think I was
Good.
about to talk I think somebody asked that the roles have been added. I also remember I attended this a pathway revision meeting. So, what I feel as a speaker, what my journey has been through for a couple of months now, that we think that timer, grammarian, and T-mod, these are small roles. But when you organize your own events as a speaker or as a coach, they play a very important role in smooth transition of your event, especially if you are creating breakout rooms where you have a group of 15 to 20 people and you want everyone to get a chance because everyone has paid for your event, and sharing your ideas, opinion, thoughts is very important. And there are some people who keep like talking and keep eating somebody else's time. So it's very important that you signpost how politely you can tell them that, you know what, it's a precious time slot that we have been given to share and everyone gets a fair chance. So practicing how do you maintain room in terms of timings. And sometimes people come from different languages. English isn't their first language, and people struggle with grammar. And if you have to politely tell them feedback, I think a grammarian role is really important. I think I haven't picked grammarian role so far. Because sometimes I can get hypercritical about grammar and everything. So I think I need to learn that as well. It's a really important skill to learn, especially when you have to be kinder to people who tell you in the beginning of the speech that English isn't my first language. It isn't second language as well. It's third language. So you have to be gentle and kind with those people because learning a second language is somewhat easy, but third, fourth language, it's very difficult. So all the roles are important. If you want to become a really amazing speaker, doesn't matter what role you are given. Sometimes you have to maintain room, you have to MC it for somebody else, and if the MC, if the like we have Toastmaster of the day for ourselves, if you look bad, the person who might be really amazing, the host, the main character, it might look bad. So you have to make sure that you are really amazing to introduce that person, which is why if you're introducing someone, bring that real energy that you're introducing someone and, you know, create that authority, that effect that people come into listening mode. Yes, there's a speaker coming in. So this was pretty
Just
much.
on Meenakshi's thing, please, if you have a knack for grammar or you get extra critical, do that. Because all of us here are to learn. And if you do that, it might hurt for a moment, but it will help in a self development a lot. I have seen people doing grammarial roles so well, and actually, we learn a lot from them. Plus, some people even add the pronunciation part to the language role. So, it is equally important. I learned a big deal from there. So if do extra critical because that's your role. We like I know the flattery or we can say positive about it, but to improve a person, you have to tell their negative as well.
Thank you, Divya. That's quite comforting.
I myself feel like I get very critical in my evaluation, but then I consider that as a strong point. It help a person improve a lot, and that's the reason they are joining here.
Yeah, that is true. We are all here to grow and learn.
Thanks a lot. Over to you, Tosma Aryan.
Thank you all. And now we are ready for the results of the poll.
Hey, yes.
Okay, drum roll, please. First, we have the best table topic. Any guesses?
Anshuman.
Okay. Toastmaster Divya, any guesses?
I think you, Aryan.
Toastmaster.
Yay, Anshuman! Woohoo!
Nice. Next, we have the best role player. Any guesses? There's TTM, there's GE, there's TMOD. I think
Nancy.
TTM. I think
Divya.
yes. And the best role player award goes to.
It's a
Tie.
tie! Woohoo! Divya, Anshuman.
Toastmas Aryan, your
So
team word did not resonate with you. The
Just
people
because,
of Lion.
but he was so considerate, he voted for someone else. I never do that.
what?
And I heard you like up to you, but go ahead.
Yes, I voted for you. And the best tag role player, we had Toastmaster Nancy, we had Toastmaster Sanskar. Any guesses?
Sanskar.
Nancy.
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 Tie.
Totally Nancy.
Okay,
Nancy.
and the best tag role player award goes to Toastmaster
Woo,
Nancy.
Nancy. Woohoo!
But I like the Sanskar evaluation. He was like, I could not pick any good words from you guys, so better read and equip yourself to say good words so that I can pick it up. So that was so on point, Sanskar. Really loved it.
Thank you.
Great. Toastmaster Divya, any feedback for our session today?
Interesting session. I really loved being part of it. Felt more like though I was attending as a guest toastmaster from another club, but very much feel like part of this club. And here I try new ideas and get good feedback about it. Sometimes other clubs are too particular about sticking to the format, so sometimes GE also do not appreciate that, but that's okay. Here I was like, okay, let me try this. At least if it works, it's fine. If it doesn't, that's also fine. I will learn a thing or two. So overall, awesome meeting. I was very much involved, attending till the last. Brilliant.
Yes. Thank you
Just
for
a
bringing
question.
something so new to the table topics.
So,
And
just
we'll
a
just,
question I wanted to ask. Any other club which you are aware which is good in case we are not able to join any meeting within our club? Maybe we can join if you are aware. You can
yeah, definitely. I'll
let
connect
us.
with you quickly. I'll let you know and we can
Sure.
something for sure.
Okay.
Yes. Toastmaster Meenakshi, yes.
We are still streaming. I am not sure I should say this, but I think when we have a smaller group, it's an amazing opportunity to share your ideas, to focus more on yourself. You get more time, people can spend more time in your evaluation. So, just by showing up, like Anshuman said, just by showing up, you grow every time. And I think this is one such successful meeting where everyone decided to show up despite of all the challenges, cold, winter, rest, and everything. So congratulations to everyone. Just by showing up, we have grown one day better in our speaking journey.
Yes. Thank you, Toastmaster Meenakshi. Great. Toastmaster Divya, I did want to say thank you so much for bringing such a new idea to our table topics. It was very fun and interesting. One minor feedback that might help in when you're preparing something like this in the future is that the topic should be a statement instead of question. Because, for example, what happened is our topic first was is what was the topic? I mean, actually, what was the topic we debated?
Does the technology make us less human
Yes,
or
it was
the
is
humans? Are-
technology making us less human? And Toastmaster Meenakshi said against, but she actually began speaking for, I think. It was confusing. So basically, what you have to do is technology is making us less human. When you keep it a statement, either somebody agrees, which means yes, technology is making less of a human, and or somebody disagrees, which means no, the statement is wrong. So that was something that did confuse me in the session. I don't know if it confused anybody else. And thank you so much for joining. Thank you so much for trying something new. Thank you all for joining and making Bright Beginning meeting number 283 a success. And with that, I call the meeting to a close. And we